Life doesn't come with instructions. One day, everything feels smooth, your relationships are intact, your path seems clear, and you think you've finally figured it all out. Then suddenly, without a knock or warning, difficulty storms in: loss, heartbreak, failure, anxiety, and the path is lost in fog. But here's the raw truth. These storms aren't here to destroy you. They're here to refine you. Inside the chaos hides a secret, the seed of your reinvention. Every setback is a doorway in disguise. Every heartbreak is a classroom for your soul. And every failure, a sharpening stone for the sword of your spirit. This isn't another pep talk. This is a revolution of perspective. It's a declaration that what breaks you open also sets you free. As you listen through each chapter, let this be a personal reckoning, a mirror reflecting the potential you've forgotten. It's time to remember, because in the middle of every difficulty lies not just an opportunity, but the real you, the stronger you, the you that doesn't flinch, doesn't run, doesn't quit. You are the warrior, and this journey will prove it. So before you give up, listen. Before you collapse, stand tall. Before you break, build. Subscribe to Rise with Us. Like if you've ever felt broken but kept going. Share this with someone walking through their own fire. The storm you're facing may just be the making of you, the hidden invitation inside pain. Pain is not the enemy, it's the invitation. But most of us have been taught to run from it, to numb it, to bury it under busyness, distractions, or denial. But the truth is this: pain carries a message. It reveals what matters. It unmasks our illusions. It calls us to awaken. Think about a time in your life when everything fell apart. Maybe it was the loss of a loved one, a breakup, a failure, or a betrayal. At first, it shattered you. You questioned everything. You felt lost, alone, abandoned by life. But then, something else happened. Maybe slowly, maybe subtly, but it happened. You started to see things differently. You realized what you could live without. You discovered who really cared. You tapped into strength you didn't know you had. And through the fire, you became someone deeper, wiser, truer. That is the gift hidden within pain. Pain peels away the inessential. It silences the noise. It strips you bare, and in that bareness, you meet your essence. Not the version of you try to impress the world, but the version that is raw, real, and resilient. There's an old saying, what the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls a butterfly. Pain is that cocoon. Dark, tight, unbearable, but necessary, because inside it, the old is dying and the new is forming. The world might see pain as weakness, but the wise see it as a sacred teacher. Real life example. There was a woman who lost her job and felt humiliated and defeated. She thought it was the worst day of her life. But that same week, she began painting again, something she hadn't done in years. That hobby turned into a business. Her business turned into a calling. And now, she looks back and says, losing that job gave me back my life. That's the hidden invitation inside pain. The call to come home to yourself. Opportunity. When pain knocks, don't slam the door. Open it. Listen. Let it guide you to what needs to heal, grow, or change. Embracing discomfort as the catalyst for growth. Growth is rarely comfortable. In fact, the most transformative experiences in your life likely began with some form of discomfort. Think back. Was it a breakup that forced you to finally find your independence? Was it losing a job that nudged you towards starting something of your own? Comfort zones are cozy, but nothing grows there. Discomfort pushes us beyond what we think we're capable of. It forces us to stretch, to evolve, to adapt. Just like muscles tear before they strengthen, your spirit, your identity, your life must experience tension to grow. A single mom working 3 jobs to support her kids doesn't enjoy the grind, but her resilience, discipline, and strength grow because of it. A student failing exams doesn't enjoy the stress, but with the right mindset, that failure becomes fuel for deeper focus and discipline. Discomfort is the classroom where you meet the future version of yourself. So when the pain hits, don't just ask, why me? Ask, what is this here to teach me? Opportunity. Lean into discomfort. It's the birthplace of your greatness. breaking through the illusion of control. We want control. It gives us the illusion of safety. But life isn't a game we get to program. It's a wild, unpredictable ride. And the sooner we release the need to control everything, the freer we become. Trying to control life is like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the more you lose. When we obsess over outcomes, we become paralyzed by fear. But when we surrender control, not giving up, but letting go, we make space for clarity and peace. Imagine someone who tries to force a relationship to work, ignoring red flags and signs of misalignment. The more they grip, the more things fall apart. But when they let go, they open space for something real to arrive. Let go of the need to control how it happens. Focus instead on who you become through the process. That's where your power lies, not in outcomes, but in alignment. Opportunity, let go. Flow with life. Trust the process, even when it doesn't make sense. The power of perspective shift. Two people can face the same difficulty. One crumbles, the other rises. The difference? Perspective. Your perception creates your reality. If you see failure as the end, you stop. If you see it as feedback, you grow. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and change makers didn't avoid hardship. They reframed it. Reframing is a skill. It takes practice. When you face something hard, train yourself to ask, what else could this mean? How might this serve me later? Who could I become because of this? An author faced dozens of rejections before publishing a best-selling novel. What if she had seen every rejection as proof she wasn't good enough? But she chose a different lens. Each no brought her closer to the right yes. Perspective doesn't change the storm, but it changes how you walk through it. Opportunity, shift the lens. See the lesson, not just the loss. The gift of resilience. Resilience isn't bouncing back. It's bouncing forward. It's the decision to rebuild with wisdom gained. Think of a tree growing in the wind. The pressure doesn't destroy it. It deepens the roots. Likewise, every storm you faced was deepening yours. There was a young athlete who suffered a career-ending injury. His dreams shattered. For weeks, he spiraled into despair. But instead of staying there, he began coaching others. Eventually, he became one of the most influential voices in youth sports in his country. His resilience didn't restore the past. It created something even greater. Every challenge gives you a choice, break down or break through. And each time you rise, you reinforce the truth. You are unbreakable. Let every scar be a stripe on your armor, proof that you're battle-tested. Write down every time you didn't think you'd make it but did. That's your resilience resume. Own it. Opportunity. You've been through too much to give up now. Use your cultivating inner stillness in outer chaos. In the noise of the world, peace feels like a distant luxury. But stillness is not found, it's created. It's built moment by moment, breath by breath. When everything outside is spinning, problems, opinions, obligations, your power lies in anchoring yourself within. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking a quiet walk help recenter your nervous system. Stillness gives clarity. In that space, you hear the wisdom beneath the panic. You don't react, you respond. And in that response lies power. Opportunity, in chaos, become the calm. In uncertainty, be the anchor. Choosing purpose over pity. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become next. Self-pity keeps you stuck. Purpose pulls you forward. When life breaks you, you can cry, why me? Or you can ask, what now? The first question leads to stagnation. The second leads to transformation. Purpose doesn't mean some grand, world-changing mission. It means waking up with a reason, helping someone, creating something, becoming better. Even on your worst day, you can live on purpose. Opportunity. Shift from victim to creator. Turn your pain into purpose. Vision beyond the fog. Difficulty clouds your vision. But clarity isn't the absence of chaos. It's choosing direction despite it. When you're in the storm, everything looks distorted. The key is to hold on to your vision, even when your eyes are filled with tears. Close them if you must, but don't forget your path. There's an old tale of a sailor navigating the sea in a violent storm. He couldn't see the stars, but he trusted his compass. Your vision, your why, is that compass. Make your purpose visible. Write down what matters most to you. Create a vision board. Speak it out loud every morning. Let anchor you when winds try to pull you away. Even if you can't see the full path, take one small step forward. Movement generates clarity. Action reveals the way. Opportunity. Storms test your focus. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Faith in the unknown. You don't need all the answers to move forward. Faith isn't certainty. It's action in uncertainty. Think of time you were lost. Mentally, emotionally, even physically. How did you find your way? Not by knowing everything, but by trusting the next right step. Faith is built like that. One man left a toxic job with no backup plan. Everyone called him crazy, but he trusted his gut. Within 6 months, he built a life he never imagined, on his terms. That's the courage to act without a map. Faith is a muscle. Every time you move without knowing how it will work out, it grows stronger. Opportunity, leap before you're ready. The net is being woven beneath you, turning wounds into wisdom. Every difficulty leaves a mark. The question is, will it be a scar that defines you or wisdom that refines you? Wounds teach. They speak louder than comfort ever will. But you must choose to listen. Reflection is your power tool, right? Meditate. Talk it out. Extract the lesson before moving forward. There's an old saying, the wound is where the light enters. And it's true. Many of your deepest insights will come from your darkest moments. Don't waste your wounds. Let them guide others. Use your pain to give someone else a shortcut to healing. That's how we transform suffering into service. And remember, no experience is ever wasted if you grow from it. Opportunity. Your past isn't your prison. It's your path to power. Rise with us. This wasn't just a story. It was a mirror, a spark, a reminder that inside every single one of us is a power far greater than we've dared to believe. Life will keep throwing storms your way. That's not a curse, it's a calling. And now, you know how to answer it. You are the opportunity. You are the miracle waiting to happen. You are the proof that difficulty doesn't end a journey. It begins a transformation. You faced fire and kept walking. You've fallen and risen. You've been tested and you're still here. That's not weakness. That's your strength roaring. Fire. So now we ask, subscribe to this channel if you're ready to keep rising. Thumbs up like if you believe in turning pain into power. Speech balloon comment below. What storm have you faced? And what did it teach you? Outbox share this message with someone who needs hope right now. This isn't the end. This is your awakening. Because in the middle of every difficulty lies you.